This episode is brought to you by Deana Williams, director, writer, producer. Find out more about me at deanawilliams.com.
Hey, it's Meika AKA Taji.
It's Kia.
This is Mel, and this is our boo tie, and this is the Drunken Threesomes with the First Ladies.
Hey, girl.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Hey.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. So let's toast then. Let's put our drinks up and toast. Clink, clink, clink.
Clink,
Clink, clink, clink.
Yes.
Clink, 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 clink.
You
to a beautiful episode. Sorry, there's a lot of clinking going on.
Cheers
to you guys too.
Yes.
And we're having a tequila mix made by Melanie. So I have cranberry in tequila.
I have fruit punch, island splash in tequila.
I have the same as Kia and tequila.
Okay.
I have Henny on the rocks.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Henny on the rocks.
Okay.
So then let's get into this episode then. You see, we're all together. So we're gonna make and this is the finale of my birthday extravaganza for the month. So shout out to that. So next, I guess we can get into the R.E.A.D, real entertainment all day. I guess we'll just go ahead and get you guys there. Yes.
Thank you for joining me tonight. Just wanted to get into this real entertainment all day with you guys, so let's jump right into it. First up, wishing Erykah Badu a happy 50th birthday and the voodoo pussy. Bag a lady, you gon' miss your bus, okay? Akbar out here shooting her shot to Chris Brown. Then turn around and say, oh yeah, just playing, don't mind my crazy self. Girl, bye. Just bye. Sweetie out here serving looks, giving me back to the streets like, while he out here learning the FedEx dance, Offset, just getting it. I know that's right. Carney and Megan out here looking real cute, boo loving or whatever. And Kayla baby is definitely giving us facial looks early. And lastly, Chico is not with the shit, but we still cute. Thank you guys for stopping by. Now I'm gonna turn it over to you guys in the studio. Signing out. These nuts.
Yes. These nuts.
Signing out.
Okay.
Okay.
Back to the streets.
Yes. I must say my god dog is amazing. He's a handsome little fella.
He is.
And he is not with what she said.
He wasn't. That was hard to get that. But shout out to Melanie who helped. Yes.
And Akbar, she keep wanting to be in
the media.
Yes. Girl.
Yeah, she just got too much going on. But anyway, I just sprinkle her in there a little bit because she's not really news.
Something about to happen on Love and Hip Hop because they keep coming out the blue with stuff.
We'll see.
Yes.
We'll definitely see.
Well, why they gonna do that to that little baby though? Had that little baby look like that little baby from Africa gonna do that? Put that baby on the media like that? That's not right. That was not right.
Okay.
That was the baby.
Kayla baby.
That baby looking like Phoebe from Phoebe the Children.
Oh, stop.
That wasn't right. Why they do that to that baby? That wasn't right.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, so then we're gonna move into
They on mute.
We're gonna move into the game. Oh my god. We'll definitely move into the game at this point. Yes. Mugshot Game. It's like a fun fact type of game. So I'll let you kind of guess. It's no wrong answer, and then we'll go over what it actually is. So yeah. I think it'll be pretty fun. So let's get into that. All right. Start from the beginning. Let's roll. Okay. Mugshot.
Nothing.
Okay. Frank Sinatra in 1938 got arrested. What do you guys think he got arrested for?
Drugs. Specifically cocaine.
Okay.
Public.
Well.
Oh.
Oh, all right. We're too fast. Like that. Well, he was arrested for seducing a woman, according to the FBI reports, under the promise of marriage.
Oops, sorry.
So he
I
told
was
her he
gonna
was
say
gonna
public
marry.
intoxication.
Okay, he said he was gonna marry her,
Yeah,
and
he
he
wasn't
didn't
drunk.
marry her. He just wanted to get some pussy, and
Okay.
that's what happened.
Oops.
So Jay-Z in 1999
Drugs, selling them.
selling them.
Mhm.
That's what y'all think.
Robbing the store. I don't know.
Nah, he was selling drugs back in 1999. He from Marcy Projects.
Okay.
Okay, you was giving much. Okay, well, it says here, New York City police in December 1999, allegedly stabbed.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I forgot about
Who's
that.
this
Yeah, he
on
was
drugs,
charged
too?
with a felony
Mhm.
assault for deadly weapon. Oh yeah, so
Okay.
that's pretty much okay. All right, well, y'all was close. In 2004, what do y'all think, James
I
Brown?
forgot he was doing a lot. James was doing a whole bunch.
What y'all think?
Intoxication. I don't know. It's not against the law to be
Was it
intoxicated.
Public
Suicide?
intoxication.
Public and yeah.
Okay,
Public.
okay.
2004.
You
Acting
said
up.
suicide?
Yeah, they ain't commit suicide.
But he can't go to
Yeah.
he can't get locked up for committing
Oh
suicide.
my God. So it was actually domestic
Oh.
violence, yeah, against his 33-year-old wife. And then he had multiple other arrests for the same thing, domestic violence. I'm sorry, guys, they still laughing from the suicide part.
My bad, I thought
And you know you
No,
can't
it's
get
him.
arrested if you commit suicide. So
If you did,
yes, that's true.
Listen, Ty wasn't sure, okay? That's not what he meant. But he got us over here cracking up
Okay.
because it did. I was trying to make it make sense, but it wouldn't
Chris
work.
Tucker probably public
Oh.
intoxication.
I never
Yeah,
knew he
drunk.
was a.
Yeah, he was a drunk.
Okay, well, Chris Tucker was
What did he
arrested
do?
in Georgia,
Reckless
reckless driving. He was driving a Bentley at 109
He was
miles per
very drunk.
hour. The police attempted to pull him over. The pursuit lasted 10 miles before he stopped. So
Dang.
he kept going. He was like, gun it, okay.
Wow.
He really was. Like,
See, I
oh.
don't pay attention to none of that stuff because I didn't know.
Bruno Mars and Paris
Oh.
Hilton both was arrested in 2010. Which I think for what?
Indecent
You
exposure.
took it out my
Paris
mouth. I was just about
Hilton.
to say
You
that.
took it out. Okay,
I was just
that's
about
what
to
she
say
said.
Ooh, y'all getting a little. Let me put this drink to the side today. Because
Actually, they both
Cocaine.
for cocaine, and they both
Shut
was in Vegas.
Okay.
they together. Both
So-
was together getting.
Yeah, arrested in
Enough
2010 in a bathroom at the Hard Rock Cafe. And she basically was in, Nevada, suspicion of cocaine possession after container of drugs fell out of her handbag. That was dumb. So, and then Martin Luther King, 'cause you know he still is in Black History
Yes,
Month.
that's my
Was
boo. He ain't do
arrested.
nothing wrong.
He
He
ain't
got
do
arrested
nothing.
for being black.
Y'all being
Okay.
black.
He ain't do nothing
assassinated.
wrong.
Nothing
That's
wrong.
right.
No
Black
time.
power. He was assassinated.
He was.
He was, but we're asking why was he in prison?
Arrested, yes.
He
Oh,
wasn't-
for stealing far rights.
He wasn't arrested because he was.
Well, I believe somebody.
I get what you said, boo. I get you.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm trying to make it make sense. That's all. I think Ty is just looking at the picture and
Yeah,
thought
I think
about
people
what they
died.
did
Yes.
or if they're still living. Ty.
Okay,
I understand.
yes, teacher.
Okay, I get what you're. No, so what we're doing is trying to
But-
figure out why they in prison.
But it's his participation in the Rosa Parks inspired bus boycott protests for
Okay.
segregation,
I love you
which
so
you know
much.
he won a Nobel Peace Prize. So
Ugh.
I don't mind this arrest at all. I
Yeah.
really don't. Yes, thank you all for playing. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Yes, keep it. What do you say? Keep it classy.
Who said keep it classy?
Was it him in the movie?
Oh, okay.
I love that movie, but I don't
I
remember.
don't
his
remember
name.
that part.
Thank you guys.
Stay
for
classy is
playing.
what he used to say.
Little fun fact there. So that kind of brings us now into the main jest of the evening, which is basically locked up.
Okay.
Can life be the same? So we just go ahead, kickstart it. I feel like for me, if I was dating somebody, like I'm gonna just use like long-term type of relationship and they got locked up, it was gonna be locked up for some years. I don't know. Like I really don't know if that relationship would last because it's like I loved you. I love everything about you, the physical, everything on the outside, but now you're going to be taken away. Like you could be going for like 15, 20 years for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
And it's like, is it really going to be the same? You know what I'm saying? Like 15, 20 years down the line, you know, it's not going to be the same. So I feel like for me, if someone's getting that type of time, like I definitely like want to look out for you. I just not just want to throw you away like that. But I know like relationship wise, we that's a bit much for both of us. Like I still want to be there for you, but I don't know as far as relationship. And for you to ask me to like, yo, just hold out for 20 years or for life for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's asking a lot. But what you guys think as far as
I'm not waiting. I'm not about to be locked up.
Okay,
No, I mean,
listen.
I'm not about to be with nobody that's locked up. Nope. I'm not doing that.
Okay, what about you, Ty?
Nah, it's not gonna happen because no.
that's
It's
just
just
it.
it's not gonna happen
No.
because feelings is involved, and what if you feel something, you know, you might want some sex. I know it's conjugal visits and stuff, but you know,
That's a
that's too much. It's too much if you married, but it's like it's too much. Like that's too long to be away from somebody, not see them all the time. So no,
Right.
I need to see my piece all the time.
Okay, yes. You heard it here first. Okay, with Ty. I'm with Meika. Like I get where she's coming from. I know, you know, my father's been in jail all my life. So my mom would feel like Meika and Ty, like F that nigga, because she stopped messing with him a long time ago. But I also know people who have stayed in a relationship and held it down and was like, nah, I'm gonna wait for you. And they waited, and you know, people that I know got married and they have happy marriages. So it really depends on if you really love the person. Your true love will show for that person once they're away and you're not around them.
But it's a difference.
Okay, yes. Yes.
If you was in a relationship before the person got locked up, it's a difference because you could have been in a relationship before. That's a different scenario though. Same, but if you just met the person like on like a site or something, or you know, just met them on a site or something, that's different. But if you was with somebody from a long time, then it's a little different though. The feelings could be there. You might want to stay with the person because you know you've been with them for so long.
Yeah,
the feelings is there, so
no.
it's like, damn, I'm gonna hold you down while you there. So, but
that's the thing. I'll hold you down, like I look out for you. But as
Yeah.
far as a relationship, like you're telling me you're going for 15, think of 15 to 20 years to life. Is this person is going in there? I'm sorry, I keep looking, but yes, like right there. But it's like he's in there. Like for him to ask you to wait, like on the physical being on the outside is like, or she, it's like no. Like I'm like I don't even know if I'm going to live that long. You know what I'm saying? Past that, life isn't promised, so I don't think at that point, we were in a relationship together when you were here. The key word, we were together, but now that we're separated, it changes the dynamic. It changes things for us. And like I said, I'll still look out for you no matter what, anything you need, because we were in a relationship before this. But it's like, you know, let's say maybe 4 years or even 2 years down the line, and you know what I'm saying, you're expecting me to, okay, yeah, we're going to keep doing this for 15, maybe 25 years to life. That's a lot you're asking of me, and I can't make that promise to you. I really can't, because it's like the physical, you know, I need to see you too. That also helps with your mental, and it's like not being there, you know, I know you're suffering behind bars, but I'm also suffering out here without you. So I don't want to live like 15, 25 years feeling like that suffering without you, you know, and you should want me to be happy too.
Absolutely.
So that's how I feel. I'm not going to do that 15, 20 like relationship. I'll look out for you, but we not going to be together because I'm going to be throwing it bus around.
Okay.
On the outside.
So I guess
On
the handstand. Okay.
Okay, that's why I said I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess my question then will become, what are some challenges that may arise when the person actually is released? Because we already said we ain't waiting for them, or we may not wait for them. So our relationship already ended, while you was in prison. Okay, and this person, now he out. Like, what does that mean for him? Are y'all gonna get back together? Not necessarily in a relationship.
You might be with somebody else. You might got a new girl.
And that's fine.
You might got somebody new.
I completely understand.
A whole baby,
and that's fine. Yeah. I mean, depending on how long he in there.
And I hope he don't think we get back together, because I moved on with life.
Right. So that's my question. Like, some people out here, like, I'm gonna use him because I can. My father, when he gets out of prison, because he goes often. When he got out the first time, he thought my mother was like, yes, we got this baby and we're gonna be a happy family. No, my mother was like, bye. So I get that part, but then you have some people that's like, oh my God, okay, baby, let's work it out. Da, 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 da. I mean, it's just, I'm wondering.
Well, everybody's different.
Everybody is different.
Everybody's different. So
this is true. So for me to answer that, that's definitely, we're not getting back together. Like, we parted, I done went my way, I know you're out, and like I said, I help you the most that I can help you, but I might be in a whole new relationship. But now we talking about, again, like 15, 20 years to life later, you getting out, or like what you did, 5 years on good behavior. Either way, 5 years, that's a long time too.
It is.
Yeah, so it's like, we're not gonna just pick up where we left off, and chances are I have moved on, and you should probably work on just focusing on being on the outside. That's what you really need to be focused on. Don't be worried about like, oh no, girl, I still got a relationship. You need to be focused on how you're going to live on the outside, how life is going to be for you on the outside. Because it's hard, it's hard to get work, especially if that's on your record. Like, it's hard. So you're going to go through a lot. You try not to revert back to your old ways. It's a lot. But I don't think, me personally, that would be healthy to just jump back into a relationship with someone because they're coming out, because they got a lot to learn. 5 years is a big difference. It's change. You got to learn life now. So that's just how I feel. Yeah, I wouldn't be in a relationship. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Because I definitely was already busting it wide open. So.
Okay, what you?
and they probably already in another relationship anyway. Them jail niggas, they get in relationships.
Yeah, because I do be watching Love After Lockup.
They find them a little something up in there.
They be cheating even in jail.
Yeah.
Like, niggas ain't shit.
They got that little bottom bitch in there, come home to the baby mama, the girl, whatever,
Oh yeah, see, that's
a whole bunch of different situations out here.
I don't know about that, but that's probably what dudes be doing. That's why I don't deal with dudes that's locked up.
Different situations, how they do it up.
He ain't lying.
Okay.
They be having girlfriends and boyfriends in jail.
Okay, so then what about some secrets then that y'all be hearing behind bars, like how they say don't drop the soap and
don't drop the soap?
I don't know. I don't know what be going on in there. They not supposed to tell.
I mean, the stuff get out. Like, I didn't be watching these shows. They be making drugs from scratch. Like, they be in there getting high. They be making alcohol. They find ways to talk to each other through the toilets. Like, they send letters to each other. So they be, they be getting it in. But I definitely think that they be I think it'd be more sex going on in there than they say.
It's probably more consensual sex than they
instead
say. Instead of being raped. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't know. So I'm pretty sure people have been raped, but I think that dudes probably be giving it up. I don't know.
You ain't got nothing else around you, so it's like, damn, what you gonna do? Sit there, beat your stuff, or you gonna take a piece of cake?
I don't know. I know my friend.
Or get some head.
I have a friend that's incarcerated, and he don't talk about that. Like, well, I mean, we be talking about just regular stuff, but he don't tell me somebody got raped. Like, they be killing each other in there, but he never.
How? Or just like fight?
They make weapons.
They make weapons in there.
Yeah, like he'll send me an article or something.
Oh wow,
that's crazy! Wow. So do it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying, since we're on the subject of stories. Anybody else have any other stories? Like, anybody
that's in there? I want to tell.
Okay, no, okay.
Well, okay.
But like, if you know of anyone,
Yes, I don't tell nobody that.
right, no, so you can't tell the business, they're gonna be looking for it. But no, like, so let me rephrase that.
Because I don't
So,
know nothing. I
do
know
you-
nothing. Okay.
So I'm sorry. I should have
The door is closed.
Officer, I don't know
rephrased that.
I don't know nothing,
Guys, okay.
officer.
So yes, they over there pleading. Yes. So do you know of anybody who was incarcerated and did well for themselves after coming out, after being released? Or do you know someone when they came out, they just went completely like off the edge?
I ain't gonna lie, like I ain't gonna lie. In high school, there was this one little light-skinned boy that I was talking to. He did not go to the school. I don't remember how old he was. I don't even remember his name, but he didn't go to my high school. I met him. I think it was prom practice. I was going to get something to eat, and I met him. We exchanged information. That was that. But I met him. He was cute. We talked, and I felt like he was moving too fast for me. Like the first time I met him was just a turn off. So I was like, So then, we would just talk on the phone, and then like one day he called me. And it was like, you gotta collect call from something. I was like, what? Like,
He remembered your number by heart.
He did.
But you know what? You
And
had
I
to do
was
that
like,
back then because
what?
we ain't had them cell phones.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
had
was like,
to,
what
yeah.
happened? He was like, man, I like there was some bullshit and blah, blah, blah. So then like he wrote me, like I gave him the info so he would write me. So he wrote me this long little letter and he's like, send me some pictures in here, like, yo, I really miss you. I'm thinking about you. And I'm like, yo, we only talk for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Like, what are you talking about?
He wanted
So
to boo.
I was like, you crazy. Because I only accept that one call. So, on the, call it on the
He ain't
house
get on
phone.
there yet.
So my father was like, once my father, what the fuck you got calling?
That's
I was
Daddy
like,
Daryl.
I was like, I just got the wrong number. Like, I don't know. So he was like, if I call you, I was like, I don't know. I think I have the wrong number. Like, don't accept that. And he was like, I'm not, but I'm trying to figure out who I call it. I was like, I don't know. So I stopped talking to him, and then his letters start to get a little bit more angry, like, well, send me back my pictures of me and my daughters and stuff. I was like, ain't nobody tell you send that. Like, nobody send that. So I was like, yo, like he was. So I was after that. I was like, yeah, no, I ain't had no more little situations with jail people because I'm like, this a bit much for me. And I was only in high schools. I shouldn't even been,
Not with jail people.
Now, I mean, I ain't gonna say jail people, but
That's
that
why you
jail
like that
situation, if I do
That's
like
why
that
you
show,
love after lockup. That's why you like that
That's my
shit.
shit. But yeah, I don't even remember his
It
name.
started from
My
high
bad.
school,
He was
okay.
terrible. That's all I remember. And like we talked for a few weeks, and that was it. Like he really thought I was like the ride or die. I was like, I don't even know you. Like we never even kissed, we nothing. So it was like, no. So that's a story for me.
That was a good story. I never knew. You know what? I do remember you saying something about letters.
Yes,
coming from some boy.
Yes, like no boy.
That's crazy. What y'all over there talking about?
No.
Y'all been talking.
Yes, stories.
Y'all sharing stories.
Yes.
Maybe those kind of stories. We're gonna say right over here. But yeah, so again, family wise, my father. I mean, I gotta respect my father. Can't choose our family members, but shade but no shade. Love you, Dad.
Okay.
So my father is the luckiest man in the world, y'all. Like he can, every time he comes out of jail, there's a job waiting for him.
Wow,
that's good.
That is
That's
lucky.
good.
Like if that's one thing I can remember about my dad was that, I mean, we ain't see no child support person, but every time he got out of jail, he had a job because my father was good with his hands. Probably that's why he was in jail. But he was a great mechanic, great on cars. He a handyman. So every time he got out of jail, girl, hey baby girl, he'll call me, hey baby girl, yeah, your daddy got a job. You just got out of jail last week. Like praise God.
That's right.
Praise
Okay.
God.
I know that's right.
But that's one thing I can say. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know, because it's a lot of people who come out of being incarcerated and can go to a job. and can, you know, talk about their story, and now they're doing great for themselves, and they're activists and things like that. So some people have it all right when they come out, others
it be a struggle.
It be a real struggle.
Some people
be back to the life.
They be institutionalized, so they used to being in jail, so then they just continue to go back, and plus that's free room and board.
Okay,
Like,
nasty food.
Free food,
nasty food. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, look nasty. Ain't
your boyfriend might be up in there, your girlfriend might be up in there, your boo.
That's your life, yeah.
So you go back in there, like, I don't know.
And then sometimes you get out and you're trying to do the right thing. You want to do the right thing, but the system is not set up for people like them, which pisses me off because everybody that's been incarcerated, you don't know really the true story behind their incarceration. You only see what's on paper. And then they come out, they want to do better. They get their, to get their GED or degree or whatever, do whatever they can do in prison. And then they come out and it's nothing for them. Like, how do y'all feel about that?
They just gotta be business owners.
Okay.
Come out and, I mean, the loans, like if you was trying to get a loan, that would be hard because you're a felony if you're a felon or something like that. But that's what a lot of them do. They come home and become business. They learn a trade while they in there because they be going to school. Like my friend, he got a bachelor's degree. I forgot in what his major was, but he just finished, like graduated, real life graduated. So they be in there.
Real life graduated.
Okay. They be going to school. They be doing stuff, working and all that stuff up in there. So they when they come home, they have a trade already, and they just try to start their own business.
And see, it's like, it's like the life in prison, like what we're talking about. Like the life in prison seems ideal. I can get a free education, free food. I can come out whenever I do come out with a bachelor's degree. We gotta pay people on the outside. We gotta pay for that. We gotta take out loans for that. Why can't I just go to jail and get a bachelor's degree? You know what I'm saying? It just seems like the ideal life. But then when you come out, I mean, so for people that I'm not trying to get locked up
without your freedom,
right?
You're a slave.
You gotta go to sleep when they tell you to go to sleep.
Yeah, okay, lights out, clean.
That's how slaves was. They got
everything.
But they was
right. But like not the ideal life for for us or anybody else. But it's like if you look at how much you could, just the mind of an I don't want to say uneducated, but uneducated person who don't know about the system and life. Like you're like, dang, okay, my cousin went to jail for this, and this, or prison, and he came out with a degree and this, and now he making money. I've been out here doing my best, doing what I'm supposed to do out here with my freedom, and I don't have nothing to show for it. So somebody who's uneducated in that realm of life, they're like, hey, well, let me go holler and see. Let me go to my aunt's people and see if they can hook me up with what my uncle did. So, cause I want to be like my uncle, cause now he's out and he good. So that's what I mean. Like for some people, it can be an ideal life for them because they see all the positive that people are doing once they get out, but they have no idea how important their freedom is here.
So how is it affecting the families then too? Like
it's
like
difficult. I know when growing up, my brother was always getting locked up.
Okay.
So I still know what it smells like.
What?
On the jail on what's the name of that street? I forgot the name of that street, but that was that famous street in PG County, the Upper Marlboro jail. I forgot the name of the street, but it smells like it's like cold. First you gotta go in there, you gotta wait for hours. And then they finally call you, get searched and stuff. And then you gotta go down this hall, go through these doors, up the steps, down the long, because my brother was always on the H side, I think. And down the hall, and like the hallway smelled like roast beef and ham. It was like
good food there.
But it was
that kind of roast beef. Yeah.
It was
Oh,
like
not
it
that
stunk
type-
though.
not
It
that type
was.
of roast beef.
It didn't smell like a fresh roast
wasn't-
beef and ham.
oh, wow.
It just smelled like roast beef and ham, like a sour sandwich. That's what the whole way smelled like to me.
It was sour.
And I will always remember that smell. Like I haven't been back there in forever, but I know when I was dating this dude and I went to go see him when he got locked up, I was like, "Ooh, that still got that smell
Wow.
of them sandwiches." It smell like sandwiches.
What about you, Ty? You ever had like how's the family deal with like with someone incarcerated and you know?
Yeah, we got a few of them in there. We got a few of them in there.
That shit is
No shade.
depressing.
It's a few of them in there. So, but yeah, like
So
I
how
got
your
a
family
little. I got one. He's about to come out this year.
Okay.
He's been in there on and off since we was teenagers. He been in and out of jail, so he's about to come home this year. So hopefully he stays out this time because he's a little mental, but hopefully he stays out. So we trying to get him some help when he come home. So
Yeah.
that's what he just needs some help.
Yeah. I know. I had a family member. Only knew of one family member besides my father, who was in prison, and from what I understood, as the story was told to me, he had time and the most time spent just because he was riding in a car with a friend who had a trunk load of all different kinds of drugs. And he went to jail for a long time. Like maybe after middle school is when he came out. And when he came out, he was different. And but when he was in, my grandmother it was hard for her. It was really hard for my grandmother.
Dang.
It was so, and just we would, accept calls and I'll talk to the person, and, it was hard for her because that's her firstborn son. Yeah. So that's like her first baby boy. And she's like, okay, but I do remember, and it's
My mother
crazy.
used to put a lot on my mother.
Oh.
And then of course we had to go to the court dates. We had to go to stuff too.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy how we, as Melanie was saying, she remembers the smell. I don't remember the smell, but I remember being a little girl being wound down and searched just to go visit this person. So I remember the gates of the jail cell, the outside of the jail cell closing. I'm like, that's traumatizing when you're younger, but it's not always a great thing for them. Yeah.
Well, I guess
It definitely puts stress on a family.
I think it does. I think it puts a lot of stress, and it also stresses them too because they don't want to put that kind of stress on the family. That's not the intention, I guess, but that's just what this case is. And I mean, I do sympathize with the families that are going through it and people that are also incarcerated. So I guess like in closing, with everything, like people in jail, people that's about to come out of jail, people who's already out of jail and trying to get back into the swing of life, my only advice would be just basically you have nothing but time. So just make the best of your time. Like whatever you did before, scratch all that. Make the best of your
Depends on
time.
what they did.
It does depend on
Because
what
if they did some stuff,
Yeah, they got some people deserve to be there.
Okay.
Some deserve to be there. So.
But some will be there, but they have to deal with that for the rest of their life. But I feel like at some point, like with you dealing with it, you need to really deal with it and really be at one with yourself. Like what you did was wrong. You're gonna be in here forever. Just acknowledge what you did, know what you did. And some of them don't, which is sad.
Yeah.
So that's what I would basically say. And then in closing, do you want anything else? Anything in closing, guys?
Just hang in there. It's
Stay
hard.
strong.
It's hard, especially for the ones that come out wanting a better life. Wanting a better life. There's people that come out and go back and do the same stuff.
I really hope my friend that's incarcerated does. He's doing well. He's staying sane. Like he ain't been going crazy.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that the plans that he has when he gets out, that he follows through for him, because he's still young too. So yeah.
All right. So thank you. That includes, our little chit chat topic.
Yeah,
Locked
so
up, stay strong. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let in our Black excellent guest,
Yes, hey girl.
Deana
Got a little in.
Williams-Williams. So
Living up with pride.
okay,
Yes.
Dee! Where you at, girl?
I am right here.
I miss
Hey,
you all my life.
Hey, Pookie.
hey, you guys heard the music?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We was getting
My wife, she made me a drink because
Yes. And mine's over there.
and I don't really drink. So I put on my music and I turned to auntie. And so I've been here like,
Okay, auntie.
Okay, Auntie, yes.
Well, welcome to the show.
Welcome,
thank
sweetheart.
you.
Oh, miss you so
Welcome.
much.
Miss you. You know,
Yeah.
I haven't seen you since a long time ago in Miami.
Yes.
That was a long time ago. It's been forever. I didn't grow up.
I feel like I hadn't seen you guys since your butt was on my wall.
And my boobs.
It was her boobs and my butt.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that was fun times.
It was.
Yes.
Was
That was good. That was good. Good
Wow.
time.
was the last time.
That was so long ago.
Mhm.
We gotta reconnect. We gotta take a trip to Cali.
Okay.
Well, it would be nice, I just got here, so I don't really have a base of friends or anything. So I'm telling all the people I already know, come.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
I ain't saying nothing but her.
Okay, we will catch a flight real quick.
All right.
Yes. But thank you again for joining us.
Yes.
And we see that you're doing amazing things. So you have to tell us what amazing things you're doing. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get this presentation going on for your interview.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Can you
What
see
are
it?
we doing? I didn't know we're doing all of this.
Okay. Yes. So I always have to say, because I don't know, Meika be amazing me with these daggone PowerPoint presentations, honey. So get her up for all your PowerPoint presentation needs.
All
boo.
right.
Okay, gotta put that out there for the viewers. But yes, so Miss Deana Williams-Williams. Yes.
My wife made me write that.
Yes. I respect that. I respect the Williams-Williams. I love it. So we see that you've been this has been your passion since you were a little girl, right? So you've written your own scripts, you've acted them out. So what inspired you to do this as a youngster and then continue on with that even now?
Well, I let's see where I start. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay.
And I actually moved to California when I was 7. My mom got a job opportunity here and we moved when I was 7. I was just about 6. I was in the first grade. And so that was all good and dandy, but we didn't have any family, any friends or anything like that here. No, no cousins, nobody to play with really. So I had my brother, and he was the one that was going to act in everything that I did and just do whatever I said. So when I was in 3rd grade, a teacher, I was writing a lot. A teacher told my mom that I had the makings to be a really good writer of all the class. He was like, "Oh, she writes really, really well." And my mom was like, "Yeah, and she really loves to watch movies." I loved horror films.
Okay.
Yes.
And my mom, she's the craziest woman in the world. She was letting me watch like Jason, Friday the 13th when I was 6 and 7 and 8. And I'm just like, I look at that now and I'm like, this is so full of sex. It's full of violence. And she was just like, God makes her happy. Let her do it. And so like, I loved it. I love the scare about it. I love the, ooh, is you going to get the person, or are you going to figure out the person? And so I also started writing. And that's when really I realized, oh, I'm going to do something with this, because up until then I was doing a lot of drawing, and my father was a painter and he was a musician. So I kind of get it, the arts, kind of inherently. So I was like, I'm going to be a painter, until the teacher said, oh, she's a good writer. And I was like, yeah, I actually enjoy this stuff. So then one day I was like, I really love these horror movies. I want to be able to do that, what they do. And so around the age of 12, I told my mom, I think I want to make movies.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, okay. Because she says okay to everything. So then she bought me a camera. And she was like, well, here, make some movies. And so I wrote my first screenplay, and I still have it. It's in pen, blue ink.
Wow.
And it is the most atrocious handwriting in the world.
But it's yours.
Right.
But I still have it. And it's great. It was about like some princesses. Well, the title was Princesses in the Hood.
Oh, okay.
And so it was about like some little girls trying to, find their way through life being princesses. They didn't want the glamour of being a princess. They wanted a normal life. And they were brought back to the glamour and how they're going to navigate that. So I wrote that, and I didn't have anybody act it out because we moved a lot. And so I didn't really have any friends. So I got my brother to act out a different movie that I wrote. And so since then, we were like acting and writing. And then that's when I was just like, this is done. This is what I do. This is what I love. And my mom really nurtured that. Every birthday, there was like a camera on my cake.
Oh.
Or she was like, she loved putting me in the newspaper. My kid did this. And I'm just like, I didn't really do anything, but sure, this is great. so like from then, she's putting me everywhere. I was doing videos for like different charity organizations and stuff like that, shooting her friend's wedding. I was like 15, and my mom's like, you're going to shoot my friend's wedding. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. So film has just been always there since the first scripted 12. So
wow.
I don't think I can do anything else. I try. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. I want to make movies.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So, wow. So you get your creative style from both parents. So it's like one does something, amazing, and then the other is very supportive. So you had that support all the way around. So that's good. That's good. Most kids.
Yeah, I see it as kind of for like a blessing.
Absolutely.
Because I meet a lot of people who don't have or didn't have support in that way. And so they get to be our age and they're like, well, I want to start a new career, or this is what I've always really wanted to do. And, they've done this road, and I'm just always been kind of on the same, I don't get off the train. I just keep, putting gas in the train.
So, right.
Yeah.
And that's amazing that you say that, because again, a lot of children that have these amazing talents, it's not nurtured when they're younger. So when they grow up, they have no idea what they want to do, or they go from job to job and don't have a passion. So for you to have that support is amazing.
And stuck with it.
And stuck with it. Yeah, absolutely. So Lavendergirl Productions LLC, can you tell us about Lavendergirl?
Well, I started Lavendergirl because I was doing a lot of work with a nonprofit organization called the Florida Film Institute, where we were teaching high school kids how to make movies from script to screen in Florida. And I also worked like on my own personal projects like Tracks and Torn, and I did like little, things here and there, music videos, some stuff commercially. And I was like, oh, I need something that's my own. And so I had a friend who was she was my tax lady, and she was telling me, oh, you can like claim all these things and you can like have a business, and I can show you like how to do it. And so she did. And then from then on, I created the Lavendergirl Productions. And what that means really is one of my favorite colors, or my favorite color, was lavender when I was a kid. And my sister used to call me like a lavender punk. I don't know why she called me, but she used to call
Not
me
Lavender Girl. Stop it.
So I was like, yeah, I'm the Lavender Girl, and this is my production company. So Lavendergirl Productions. But we do more than just movies. With my wife, we started a plus size fashion event in Florida.
Okay.
And where I produced it. She was the creator of it. She came to me and she was just like, babe, I want to do something for the community, something that's going to bring these types of women, people like who I relate to, people who are like me, bring them together and do something positive and celebrate fashions. We celebrated comedy. We had a comedy show the first year.
Oh, wow.
That was a huge, big deal for me. That was the first time I produced something that big. But it really worked my producing muscle. And I was just like, ooh, I could produce anything.
Oh,
If I could do
good.
this with, barely any money and be successful and then have a year two, I could do anything.
Absolutely.
And then I also worked with my business partner and my best friend, Jesus Reina. He created a movie trivia card game called Name Dropping. And we created that together and made the cards, and just recently had a Kickstarter that was successful and sent it off to the manufacturer. So that card game is going to be out in April.
Oh,
so
wow.
some of that.
Girl, let me get $1. Cash up your girl $1.
And we doing all this with no money. Look at us.
Hey, listen. So that what you were talking about that you and your wife came up with, that's the Miami, was that the Miami Curves Week?
Miami Curves Week, yeah.
Okay,
we did it for 2 years.
Awesome. So this next slide we have tracks. You do tracks, you do short films, you do music videos, commercials. Like how do you do all this? Like it's just amazing to see. I'm just still shocked. Like I know you. Like I know you. Like
yes. So tracks are a good one. Might I add? I need to add that because I did see tracks, and this one was a really good one. I like this.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, Torn is gonna be out soon. I just got a distribution deal with Women International Film Festival, so they're creating a TV platform where people can watch like international women's films in this one particular streaming space. And they've asked that Tracks and Torn be a part of it, and it launches in March.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Next month. Look at you.
Next week.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people have seen Tracks because it's the older one, but not very many people have seen Torn. So that's one way to kind of see the film.
Okay. Yeah. So we can see Torn.
I don't know. I one thing I do want to do, I admit this to you guys, I want to make more work. And so I've kind of had to kind of look at myself and prioritize and say, listen, because I'm a mom too. So I know you guys, well, some of you know.
Okay.
Not all of you. Some of you know, like when you become a parent, a lot of the things you want to do is like, well, forget what you want to do. Right. And so it has been kind of, difficult to stay on target, And so what I want to do is make more. And so I've written a feature that I'm working on now. And so the plan with moving to California was to get more work done. So it's back into making this really happen, because I did do those films. I did them, just with like local support, and they were really good. They got a lot of awards. To combine, they were in over 20 film festivals, accepted to 20 film festivals. Well, over 20. So, I just want to do more. I want to show more. I want to grow more. I want to, there's just so much more in me. So, I don't know. I do it because I love it. I do it because it's fun. As I don't know what else to do.
Awesome. So how can our viewers contact Deana Williams-Williams?
Okay.
Well, you could go to my website. It is www, and my wife told me don't say www because nobody does that. I'm old, but I'm old, so I'm gonna say it. DeanaWilliams.com.
Yes, but it has to be the www.
Yeah.
Right? We gotta say it. I'm gonna tell her. Y'all agree with me and not her.
Okay.
So yeah, you could go there, and that's where I have the movies, I have the trailers, I have the synopsis, I have a little section where you can contact me. You know, I'm always looking for people to connect with. So if there are filmmakers that watch this, call me, text me.
Okay, yes,
write
hit her
me
up.
an email, and then we can hook up, we can link up, because I don't know, it's about the art.
Absolutely. So I absolutely adore you because you are a talker like me. So you pretty much did the interview for me. But and it's nothing wrong with that. I love it. I love it. But another question I had was you mentioned that you're from New Orleans, born and raised, but then you girl, you scared me, child. Then you moved to California when you were younger, but I remember seeing you in Miami. That's where I met Deanna. So you went to school there, and then you furthered your education and your profession in LA, right?
No,
in Los Angeles. Nope.
Yes, I'm here now. I just moved here.
Figure it out, right? No, because I'm like, oh no, am I wrong? That's Los Angeles, LA. Oh, but no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I recently moved here. I was in Florida since school.
Right.
Forever. Too long, for God's sake.
Forever.
Yes, too long. I should have come back sooner. That's clear. We're clear. So I was there for a long time because I was working at the college. I was working at Miami-Dade College as the manager of their equipment room. I was working for the Florida Film Institute with the kids, and then doing my own projects. And I don't know, I had a lot of friends there and was hanging out. So now I said, okay, friends, I love you guys, but I gotta go. And now I'm here to get work done.
Awesome. So my question in that was, what, if any, your difference in experience between being in Miami and doing work there and now being in LA and doing work there?
Well, I haven't really gotten out too much, especially because of COVID. I don't know. I don't really want to go outside, to be honest with you. I'm still trying to, get through that. But the thing with working in Florida is there's not a lot of opportunity when it comes to feature film or television. A lot of it is music video and commercial. And I worked on some music videos. I directed some music videos. I worked on commercials, and it's a great space. It's just not the space I want to be in. I want to tell stories. I'm a storyteller. So I decided to come here, but I was thinking, hey, I could go to Atlanta or I can go to California. And my wife and I spoke about it, and I said, well, I want to do things at the highest level possible. And the highest level possible is California. It's not okay. The secondary is Atlanta. Atlanta's great. They have crew positions working constantly, but I want to be a director. And so it's like the place to go is probably LA.
Right.
So, but I haven't gotten out too much. I've just been here about a month.
Right. You did mention that.
But I'm working on it. So we will talk again.
Exactly. And get that question answered.
Okay.
So just two more questions before we let you go. In reading your on your website, you mentioned that you base your films off of that explore the truth and flaws in others. What made that your go-to focus when you do your films? Because so many other producers or filmmakers, they look at the sex and they look at the different things, but truths and flaws, that was very interesting to see. What made that your to go?
Well, I think that all people have flaws, and we have the good and the bad. We can be both at the same time.
Balance.
Like terrible one day, and we can. And I know this because I'm married. So
okay, you listen here. You listen here.
could be like insensitive one day and then the next day the most loving person in the world. So I feel like we all have this good and bad, this yin and yang, and sometimes that's not really explored. And sometimes things are just kind of pretty. And I kind of want to explore the ugly. I want to explore the hard, the difficult, and the overcoming, and the triumphs, and all these things.
Right.
So that's why I kind of feel like I'm exploring the truth of people.
Okay, because I thought that was really interesting because again, you have some filmmakers that just focus on this make-believe reality, and it's not even like that, right? So lastly,
I want people to relate. So if that's when we talk about like truthful stuff, when we talk about the hard stuff that we really don't want to share, you know, I want to go there. I want to talk about these things, and even it's difficult for me, but I feel like it's going to make the world a better place to talk about the hard hitting stuff. Like, I'm like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to tell on myself, but I'm going to write it anyway.
Okay, yeah. I understand. Last question. How do you choose your actors for films and your short films? Like, what are you looking for? Because I can act really good. Just know I'm asking for me. No. But what do you look for in your actors and actresses?
Well, I guess I'd look for a person who kind of understands the material, really, just on its deepest level possible. Someone who is gonna get it and really kind of portray the world that we're creating. Okay. I work a lot with my business partner and friend Jesus, and we talk a lot about, you know, what's the perfect person, or, you know, what this role needs, and, you know, how we convey the story through, you know, this type of person, what's their training, you know, how we're going to work with them. So we do a lot of that kind of talk ahead of time, and then, you know, sometimes we make mistakes, and then, you know, we just learn from them. That's life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, if the lovely ladies don't have any more questions, we want to say thank you for joining us. We miss you so much. Oh my God, we miss you.
How's the weather up there?
Well, in New York, for me, even though I'm not there right now currently, but it's like mountains of snow still melting, but
ours melted. It was like 70 degrees the other day.
Oh my goodness, what a shift.
Huh?
I said, what a shift.
I know, yes. Okay. And it was raining just a second ago, so I don't know. It just be all over the place.
Yes.
But our snow and stuff is gone.
Yes, it's been gone. I live 30 minutes from Melanie from here. Yes, it's my second home.
And thank you for jumping on with us too, because I know we're on different like time frame. I'm looking out your window, it's daytime.
Right. Yeah. It's all drag over here.
So Drag Race is on now. So
wow. Wow. So guys.
Thank you.
Some questions.
Okay, but thank you so much for joining us, Deanna.
Thank you guys for inviting me.
Absolutely,
it makes me feel seen, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes. We need to come. We gotta come out there and see you. You could do a short film on us.
Okay.
I can.
You
guys are crazy.
Listen,
love to watch
Deanna. I'ma just say, I still have all my CDs that you burned for me when I was in Miami in my DVD, my little CD case. I still have them, and they still work. Some of them, yes.
And I still never found my phone that I lost in Miami.
That's over with. Yes, that thing is gone, long gone.
It's very gone. It's gone.
Yeah. I was like, oh, Deanna, I want this. So no, I want that one too. I want that.
I remember
Deanna
that.
was so kind.
Yes,
I remember that. That's so funny.
See?
Yes, and I still have the name Meaty that was
created.
Yes, that Meaty. Yes, that came from Miami when the first trip that we went. It came from that. So yes, I'm still Meaty.
Okay, still going strong. honey. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you. Congratulations on the marriage and being a mom and everything.
I wish you so much blessings.
All right, honey.
All right, y'all.
Yes, until next time.
Yes, until next time, because there will be
for sure. We're gonna do an update.
All right,
honey. When I get me a good job, this is when we're gonna do this update.
Okay.
Coming through. All right.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, my forehead is glossy.
Yes.
Oh, you
wait till she left.
Right?
Yes. So that was great. Like that was a great interview.
It was.
So I wish her so much blessings. I do.
Yeah, she's amazing. And my head is just.
It's okay.
It's greasy.
And so yes, we're gonna take a commercial break.
Okay. We'll be back after these messages.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's get into this no judge zone. That actually goes with the topic. It says, y'all are so dope. I'm currently incarcerated, but my sister watches y'all and always talks about the no judge zone topics. So since I had nothing but time, I wrote this letter and mailed it to submit my issue. I've been incarcerated for 10 years out of my 25-year sentence for second-degree murder in the state of Florida. I had 15 more years left, but this place has broken me, and I don't know how I'm gonna pull through to the end. Many years ago, I got caught up in some real shit where I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was with my niggas smoking, drinking, watching bitches walk by. Okay, with the bitches.
Okay.
Long story short, this fine-ass girl walked by smelling good, so I approached her. The vibe was good until this nigga came over cock blocking, talking about we need to leave. I told him no, he got heated. He pulls out his gun, so I pulled out mine. He goes to fire, but the safety was still on, stupid ass. Okay. And after I realized he was going to shoot me, I fired off about 5 or 6 rounds on him. So y'all know what happens next. And I've been in here for 10 years and I've grown and I have nightmares about the situation. It plays over in my head. And now I'm thinking about reaching out to my family to apologize. Reaching out to his family, to apologize. It may not mean much, but I feel like it will help with my healing. I see so much in here and my mental is being tested. Since it's been 10 years, do you think I should even attempt to reach out to the family or just let it be? I honestly wish I could live that day over again because I would have done things differently. Thank you for letting me get this off my chest. I look forward to my sister's call to let me know the advice I receive if I get picked. Okay.
And you got picked.
Okay. And yes, I think that you could just write a letter and say what you said, like how it's. Don't tell them that you can tell them it's helping with your healing, but you also want it to help with their healing as well. It can't be all about you. So, because they're already going to feel away because you took their family member from them. So, but they may, accept your letter. But I think I think it would be okay to write a letter and it's up to them to read it or not. And don't expect. They're not obligated. They don't owe you anything. So don't expect anything back. You don't expect for them to forgive you. Don't expect for them to take it a certain way. They may not even read it. They may just throw it away. You never know what they would do, but just know that you can't expect a certain reaction from them because again, you took their family member away from them and it was over something that, like you said, if you would do it again, you would do it differently. It was petty. It was, who's flexing their chest the most. Mm-hmm. So that didn't have to happen. So, I'm pretty sure that you feel away and I'm pretty sure that you are, what's the word when you want forgiveness? Like, I don't know. Remorseful. Yeah, you have remorse. So, just make sure it's genuine and just tell them that you apologize and all of that. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Right. And it might, like Melanie said, is definitely going to help with your healing. I mean, you might not want to tell them that in the letter because they're going to think, oh, you're just writing this letter to heal you. What about us? Just, put your feelings in the letter because you never know if you call them, collect, they might not answer. They're going to curse you out and you're never going to, get what you have to get out, to them. But that is definitely a healing process for you. And like Melanie said, a letter would be great. But I'm sure it's hard in there. You said 10 years and
I was about to say that's 10 years. They might feel away too. They might be like, why you wait till 10 years? But I don't know. I think it doesn't hurt to just try.
It doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't. But I know you're saying, since you've been in there, you feel, it's like on the good hand, it's like, okay, you've learned a lot. You've gotten to this point where you want to even reach out to the family. But then the other side of that point is like, they're starting to get to you mentally. This whole thing is starting to get you. Whatever you did to not let it get you, keep trying to do that because once anything gets in your brain, it's there. No matter what it is, like it's there. It's there and it's hard to get it out. So good luck to you, honey. Good luck.
I pretty much agree. I would say the same thing, like literally the same thing. And I know you've already been dealing with it in there. You've seen a lot, like you said, which brought you to this point where, I guess for your healing purposes, but, also think about it. You did take someone away at a young age because, clearly 10 years ago, you guys were definitely younger, but you live and you learn. And it sounds like you definitely are sorry for what you did. And it wouldn't hurt anything, at this point. Either they'll just write back or they'll tell you, we don't want your apology or whatever. But at the end of the day, you tried, you reached out. So good luck with that. And just keep your head up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, just off a quick move and, you just talking to somebody and it had to result in that. But just keep your head up.
And healing starts with forgiving yourself.
Okay.
Because you can't, and that's with anything in life, but in your situation, I'm sure it's hard because you took someone's life, over not even over a chick, but not even over a chick, over you, like Melanie said, what'd you say, girl? Beating your chest. Yeah. Like, okay, you cock blocking this, I got mine, what's good. And you took a life ended in that, and you have to forgive yourself. It's not so you may want the parents of the young man's forgiveness, but their forgiveness, it doesn't mean as much as your own. You have to forgive yourself. Like you said, you're having nightmares.
They probably not gonna forgive him.
And that's another reason. They may never forgive you for taking their child. That's someone's child, someone's cousin.
Be willing to accept that.
You have to accept it. So if they never ever forgive you, know that you forgave yourself. And once you sincerely forgive yourself, then you can move on.
Okay.
Try. Ty, what you got, honey? What you got?
I agree with y'all three ladies.
No, but you can say,
and then I don't agree a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm gonna speak for myself. Okay. The person that killed my father back in the 80s.
Look into your thing.
Back in the 80s, that killed my father. I approached him back in 2012 when it finally went back to trial because they had to put the pieces together. So it finally went back to trial in 2012, I'm sorry. And I saw the guy that killed my father finally for the first time in 27 years in 2012. Ooh.
It's okay, boo. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, he when I saw him, it hurt me. But then I didn't want to forgive him, but I had to see in his eyes, his family was there, but I didn't think about all that because I was like, damn, well, forget his family. They took my father, so I didn't care. But so I was like, okay, this man, he been here over 27 years. Okay, it's time to forgive. Okay, I forgive you. Okay, you did what you killed my father, but I'm still gonna feel it in my heart. But it's still gonna be that piece that that you'll never forgive, but it's yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing that. So I know that was hard. Damn.
Okay. So I get it. Like I agree, and then I don't, because you are the family member on the outside who felt it. So I get it.
But then you were also probably maybe one of the only people in your family to forgive, because some people don't forgive. And then you might have that one person in the family, you know what? I've dealt with this. I forgive you. You were young, for whatever reasons, but that's hard.
You ain't drink none of your drink.
Girl, I can't because I'm already.
It's still full.
Listen, I'm sipping slow.
I mean,
since
you're
we
sipping,
ended the
let's
show.
pretty much bring us to the end of the show. And I don't have nothing left, but
I have plenty.
That was pretty good. But yes, we want to thank you guys for definitely joining us tonight.
Yes.
Like we said, we're on Instagram. What is it?
Drunken Threesomes.
Drunken Threesomes at Drunken Threesomes, or you can email us.
We on Facebook, the Drunken Threesomes with the First
Threesomes.
Ladies. We are on YouTube where our podcast is. We about to hit you with the remix next show.
Oh
yes.
We're gonna see how that works out. And you
can email us at firstladies2412 gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
And before you leave, just make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and thank you so much for joining us, being with us. Always our supporters, supporting us, spreading the word. Like, thank you so much.
Absolutely. We love you guys. And this is the grand finale for Meika's B-Day month.
It is.
Yes, going out as she said with a bang.
Yeah, so y'all see pictures and stories coming near you. Okay.
Okay.
So with that being said, let's I have nothing left.
Clink,
but
clink,
we
clink.
can clink, clink, clink. Yes. And sip.
and cheers with you guys. Can't keep forgetting.
Yes. And just in case, if you were still wondering, we are
still going strong.